Hello, 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 welcome back to yet another trek through the dungeon. These are the continuing adventures of Mewtalisk, our intrepid Felid summoner. He has thus far survived what no Felid should survive, quite frankly. All the way, he has traversed deep into the dungeon, he has acquired the necessary runes for victory, and has even now penetrated into the heart of Zot. Last I remember, I left off in a somewhat dangerous scenario. I don't know quite how dangerous, and by the looks of it, I'm spattered with blood, and I am dying. I should probably retreat. Would be a good idea from here. Anyway, few announcements. Firstly, I apologize for this video is coming out a little bit late. Work has been rather taxing, and that hence the lateness. Last one. Second, I'm at a point where it looks like this Felid is going to actually maybe win, maybe not, but certainly get to the very end of the game. I am perfectly happy to complete the Cat of Nine Tails run as originally intended. That is to say, 9 lives, no matter how long it takes. I originally expected dying a lot sooner and running 2 or 3 cats. This has instead become one of the longest runs I've ever done, recorded, and hooray for that. However, I understand if you guys as my loyal viewers are tired of seeing nothing but Felid, that would make sense to me. If you like, we can all consider Machi to be the unofficial other lives in the Cat of Nine Tails live saga. I believe Machi used up at least 4 or 5, which would put our total at 9 by the time this run is done, assuming I die at least one more time. However, if you all want me to finish the run as originally intended, that is absolutely something I'd be happy to do. So, please feel free to weigh in on that in the comments. Secondly, or thirdly, it came up in a previous video that was commented, and I replied a few times to indicate I originally had a few ideas for where I wanted to go with my next run. However, one of the particular idea I really wanted to play with was Obama, the Obamamancer, and this Felid has ended up playing similarly to how I wanted that run to work. The difference being I wanted to rely very heavily on Twisted Resurrection, but mostly as a gimmick. Long story short, I no longer am as eager to do that as I was originally, and so I am open to recommendations and suggestions at this point. I think it would be fun to throw open the floor and see what y'all suggest. So feel free to weigh in on comments once more about which race class combinations you all would be most interested in seeing me play. I can tell you right now that I will end up choosing whatever I want to in the end, or whatever I'm most comfortable with. And you all know my number one rule is reliability, reliability, reliability. If I can't get to the lair within 15 minutes, if I can't have a strong enough character to make it to the lair within 15-20 minutes of playing, or half hour, I get really ornery really quickly, because the run is just not reliable enough. So bear that in mind when you make suggestions. As of now, I'm thinking of running an Elven Hunter hybrid, similar to Elf 3, except with my newfound skills, see if we can't actually, start clearing some of the deeper floors of the dungeon. Okay, I think that's enough idle chit-chat. Back to what actually matters. In a manner of speaking. I don't actually remember what was inside the dungeon that made me retreat. I do, however, remember that there was something that made me retreat, so I would be remiss to not go in with something. Let's go ahead and get some horrible somethings. Oh my lord, I got a full burst of them. Okay. And this is a perfect opportunity to get some food. And off we go. Shadow creatures should be my priority to use. Do I have healing? Yeah. I don't want to get sick and die. Or sick and have to waste a potion of restorabilities, so let's save that for later. Tentacled monstrosities, how I love thee. I'm going to use the fact that he's here as an excuse to go ahead and start summoning some stuff of my own. And let's go ahead and make sure that I have my buffs on. So Swift, and deflect missiles. Oh, that was recall. Whoops. Deflect missiles, deflect missiles, deflect missiles. J. Okay, so far so good. Okay. Continuing to explore. Kill them. And let's keep the shadow creatures coming, because as long as I'm getting my mana back from the kills, it's a waste to not at least have something here. Oh wow, I got a golden dragon out of that. Very good times. Yeah, I have a really good army. I hope to God I get something I can use it on. Like these guys. Please kill the Orb of Fire. Nothing else really matters. Okay, more shadow creatures are definitely in order at this point because there's a tentacled monstrosity on the screen. And because I got a double or triple kill, I have to assume the Orb of Fire either died or ran. Yep. Died or ran seems right. Swiftness is on, but deflect missiles is off, so let's fix that. All my schools look okay. And it looks like my armada has dwindled. I am no longer running with an army, so I have to bear that in mind in whatever decisions I make. Ooh, great. Several doors to get out of Zot, so I no longer am forced to fight by the only doorway I have. Or I have more than one doorway. Slower is not tolerable. Not walking with deflect missiles I can deal with, because my mana is low, and I'm saving that for multiple summon casts as they're more important. Death Cobs are not cool. Let's go ahead and get some allies on the board ASAP. And for God's sakes, end him. There we go. I remember back in the beginning of the game once upon a time where I would actually take as many opportunities as I could to get kills myself instead of, you know, letting my summons do all the work. Well, now the mere idea is kind of funny. I mean, it's so much less important to get that little bit of experience and so much more important to play it safe. And double bone dragons is pretty darn safe. Oh, he's still alive? There must have been more than one, I guess. Yeah, there was 2 kill counts. And yay for lots of things to eat. And for not being nauseous. Oh my god, thank God for not being nauseous. Don't get me wrong, nausea is a good mechanic. It's just a nerf. And ultimately I'm a player. I don't want nerfs, even if it makes for a better game. Oh, come on. 3 Moths of Wrath, seriously? 4 Moths of Wrath, that's just bad luck. Well, let's hope to God that whatever happens there ends up okay. You saw that iguana? I don't actually think it was an iguana. I think that was a summon, because I don't think, or Komodo dragon, because I don't think that those guys would spawn in a place like this. A Moth of Wrath came into view and moved out of view. So let's go ahead and summon my own army now. Get out of the way. That's a reasonable army. Sick 'em, and then get out. There's clearly something there that we're attacking now, which is good. That's an excuse for me to get just close enough into range. Oh, too far, too far. I'm going to take some serious damage there and quite possibly lose some scrolls, but whatever. Summon an army, I guess, while I'm out of sight. Okay. Everything behind me is an ally. That's good. Those all look like summons, so let's see if I can't evaporate them. Sick 'em. And evaporate the summons, and evaporate the summons. And now I just need to get out because I'm... Yeah, this is just a dangerous place to be. I don't know if I can actually escape, but I've got to try. Swiftness would definitely not go a miss here, but let's summon another army. Just in case anything comes out around the corner. I'm taking a lot of risks that I don't have to. I don't have to stay. I can totally leave and recover. But I just can't shake the feeling that if I do that, I'm going to be refighting the same fight in like 10 seconds. Except with less on my hands. There's a Death Drake and a Swamp Drake. And I have Berserk Draconians, so it's not like I have any real disadvantage here. Backing off is fine. If I get at least a couple kills, I should be able to get all this mana back fast. I don't know if I'm winning or losing the fight, one turn at a time. This is harrowing. But my mana is pretty high. Let's keep Swiftness active. Come on. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's see what's happening. That's just disturbing. Okay, I have a Shadow Dragon now. That's a great dragon to have on hand. Let's take another peek. I think I may have just missed messages that were saying that I was winning the fight, because this definitely doesn't look like a lost fight to me, at least. But I am starved for allies now, so I'm going to risk it. Yup, finally happened. I took an intelligence hit to summon these guys, but it was worth it, I hope. Just so that I have the meat shields. Keep the Swiftness active. Cannot afford to lose Swiftness. Can afford to temporarily not have... Oh! That is in fact an Orb of Fire. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see it and go the other way. I will fight that Orb of Fire under good conditions. Not in a long, empty hallway when all I have is a few edible abominations. Okay, an Ice Dragon is visible. Let's back off and give him something to fight. There's a cloud of flame somewhere? Heh. Well, I'll just blink around it, I suppose. And I hope to God my abominations or my creatures are actually doing something, because I can't see them anymore. What I can do is summon more of them. Send all of them in as well. Okay, you're just not attacking the guy right in front of me. The heck is your guys' problem? I didn't summon you to be my friends. I summoned you to be my allies. There's a big difference. One of them gets paid, the other doesn't. There we go. Now the mana's coming back from the kills, which gives me more mana, which gives me more minions, which gives me more lethal power. Okay, am I okay? I'm okay. You'll notice, by the way, that sometimes that I'm using blink as a rapid form of movement. I found this when I did my Machi run, for those of you who, you know, live alone and under a rock and decided not to watch it, but decided to keep up with all my other vids for some reason. When I did my Machi run, controlled blink, the ring of controlled blink formed the cornerstone of my strategy to survive here. And I used it to great effect. After that run, I realized that I can't imagine doing this Zot area without it. And mercifully, it's not like the rarest string in the game or an artifact. You can totally get controlled blink by the end of a game, which is nice. Okay, that should end up being a win. It's 4-on-1. Oh, we get 2 kills. We got 3 kills. We got 4 kills. Attaboy, you draconian buddies of mine, and oh, you guys are disappearing, aren't you? Yes, you are. Problem with shadow creatures is that they are very ephemeral. Meaning, multi-meaning word there, but actually it works both ways. Flighty, gaseous. They don't persist. Oh, swiftness is off. And I'm in a narrow hallway, which is always a bad place to be, but I have teleport scrolls in a pinch. So let's finish exploring. Okay, we're out of the hallway. I'm so scared of auto-exploring in this place. Swiftness should never expire. Let's turn it back on. Oh, it's a storm dragon! If I can back away without blinking, I can save enough mana to do an extra shadow creatures first. Tentacled. Oh. Shout. I hope to God he comes. Go kill him. Just destroy him. End him. That's more like it. You know, you don't usually get so clear, the entire army disappeared, and now it turns out that this moth can drain, so that's why they all disappeared. I'm not going to pretend that I'm okay here. I need to teleport right now. I mean, not like this second, but right now-ish. So yeah, teleport. And where's a good place? I think this is where I was originally clearing it from. So that's a good place. Out of mana with an ice dragon here, or a storm dragon. That's a good excuse to get the fuck out. Let's close the door, regenerate some mana. Just some. And then go looking around to see if anything has respawned on this floor. Just the obvious places is enough, because, you know, I've been spending enough time here regenerating that there's totally a possibility something more has come. If nothing, let's go to the teleport trap. And back in. Okay, that's not even close to where I selected. You're not even watching. We're gonna need some allies to face off the Storm Dragon. I'm not actually expecting them to win. They're just bodyguards while I get in here and start summoning shadow creatures. Where did that Storm Dragon go? There he is. That blink right there, that blink is the reason that I'm going to actually either win that fight or not lose that fight. Because it got me out of combat and forced the Storm Dragon to face my minions. And now I come back with superior minions that will actually win the fight. God, Shadow Creatures is awesome. I want to re-emphasize, guys, that I only really believe it's awesome here in Zot. I don't find it particularly useful outside of that. Okay, I'm at the point where I'm comfortable declaring this floor as complete. The moment I kill that moth, I will be ready to move on regardless of whether or not I've actually cleared the floor. Because that moth can potentially really screw me up if I have to retreat to this floor. So can the Orb of Fire, but for the time being I'll just cross my fingers on... Oh, god damn it. Go figure the time I just walk right into him. Please kill him. Okay, you know what? Wait here. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Apparently he's invisible, and that's why my minions aren't gonna attack him. So let's go ahead and switch my rings. And that requires magic. I guess it's another teleport for me. And let's switch the ring of teleportation back to the ring of Vachlir. And once more, let's get out of here. Okay. Regen my mana. Get some creatures to finish off whatever's coming at me. This time it's a tentacled monstrosity. Okay. Get some decent allies, and down we go. Again, those two enemies on that floor are potentially dangerous, but you saw that my ability to teleport away is also reasonably good. So we can we can always hope that I can just get around it. But it's not a totally safe floor by any means. Okay, that's another kill. I'm on fire. That's not good. It's not good at all. Definitely need more minions. There we go. That's a reasonable number of minions. No longer on fire. That's also good. And I now have enough that I can start casting some of my buffs, mana-wise, sorry, that I can cast some of my buffs, and, oh my god, that was bad timing. Let's get more minions. I think what happened is they got abjured, and that's why they all disappeared so suddenly. I have to back away because I'm getting attacked by fire. But my minions should still win this fight, especially since I'm making more of them and I don't think that they are. Yeah, they're not. They're dead now. Let's make sure I get something to eat. Okay, that'll about do it. Restore health, etc. If it doesn't see me, that should give me enough time to do that. There we go. Because it can see invisible, but that doesn't mean it's invisible itself, so much less of a concern than other enemies might have been. Okay, I want deflect missiles on at this point. I'm constantly just barely escaping significant fear. Oh, beautiful. The Ghost Moth should be able to wreck that Shadow Dragon's mana, and with everything berserked, they won't be able to use their abilities, so yeah, there we go. Though I suppose with the Storm Dragon I'd be more concerned about its, well no, its Lightning Breath is pretty scary. Okay, down we go. Keep swiftness on. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's more of them. That's why the fight isn't over yet. Let's go ahead and stand by the doorway so that we can keep summoning at stuff. That's plenty. So for the record, the reason why I'll often stop summoning rather than having this attitude of just keep on going is because mana is important. It's my utility, it's my escape, it's my lifeblood. Even if I can keep pumping out summons to win the fight, I have to always bear some of my magic back on the off chance that I lose the fight and need to beat a retreat, because without mana, there's not much I can do. Oh my god, am I at melee range with an enemy that I didn't even notice? Whoops. See, again, without mana, that could have been a really, really bad situation. With mana, it was only a bad situation. In any event, it looks like I've lost this fight, and I'm stuck in a long hallway. Any minute now, I'm probably going to get flanked, so best thing for me to do would be to teleport out of here. Let's go ahead and put on the Ring of Teleport, and evoke my teleport, and then switch back to the Ring of Vachlio. Okay, and expect minor deviation is fine as long as it's not massive deviation. Right back to the original starting place. Okay, again, there's no harm in clearing this place a few kills at a time. That's perfectly legitimate. Swiftness on, please, and a couple fire dragons. On to do just fine. Or green dragons. Okay, there it goes. There you go. Just because I hate walking without anything. Swiftness is active, mana is low. They are not going to last very long, but for however long they last, it'd be nice if they got a kill in. Oh my god, that's the Annihilator summoned a Hellwing, and oh wow. I should have realized that anything that could kill a Hellwing could definitely, or that could, yeah, that could kill. I'm recalling. I meant to be summoning and I was just recalling. Oh, I got an orb of fire. Oh, I have an orb of fire. I'm not gonna lose. Like, anything that orb of fire hits is screwed. Except if it's an entire army. Yeah, that could probably beat an orb of fire. In fact, there's no probably about it. It just did. I'm gonna keep on summoning until I'm out of mana, and then I'm just gonna hug the staircase because I need to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Actually, there's already an ice dragon staring at me, so yeah, I should just leave right now. Yeah, I should just leave right now. Okay, there we go. This staircase is no longer safe, so we're gonna have to fight our way down through a new staircase. And I just made a huge mistake. I rested on this floor instead of going up one more floor. It's not the end of the world, but it's certainly not a good move. Let's not auto-travel. Oh, crap, wrong button. There. Okay. Yeah, I'm auto-traveling with my buffs on is quite different. Pre-summon an ally. That's not a legitimate ally. Those are legitimate allies. And let them just clobber the hell out of this guy. Speed on. And remind me what my shadow creatures is. Clearing Zod is very much a process of being very methodical. You need to come up with a good method, or at least a workable method, and then you need to not get greedy. You need to very patiently, systematically take on Zod. If your method is good and reliable, it will work eventually. And you need a way of dealing with disasters, of course. I'm pretty sure I just carved up meat. Did it rot on me? Yeah, it literally rotted while I was carving it up. Okay, whatever. Oh, wow, where did you all come from? More summons. I have enough mana that I can totally do this, so that's why I'm going gung-ho. Oh, yay! The Moth of Wrath made my guys go berserk, which is always a plus, since they work best that way. And with all these summons in this hallway, I actually really want to get into another fight right now. Okay, I guess I was a little bit too eager for another fight, because lo and behold I got it, and got pretty badly licked. What is that thing? A cursed toe? Are you serious? Now we get toes, I guess. Well, toes before foes, I always say. Actually, I've never said that in my life, and I would appreciate it if nobody ever mentions it again. Yeah, I need to save a mana here because the blinks need to come later. This is such a hard fight. I think there's a gold dragon behind all of that somewhere. I also think that whatever is behind all of that is eventually going to get taken out, but that eventuality is taking its dear sweet time. Okay, I am preciously low on mana. I may or may not get some kills here. I just got another kill, and now I have enough mana for 2 more shadow creatures, so I can stick around a little bit longer. Really, my only goal would be to eat before I go. That's like the only other advantage I can really get before leaving. And it looks like I'm going to get that chance. There isn't anything to butcher. Okay, I guess only 1 corpse. Wow, bad luck. Okay, there we go. Engorged. And actually, my mana is nearly back to full, so... Nope, play it smart. Go out, recover, go in, go in. Okay. Still alive. Let's turn on swiftness and explore some more. Yeah, again, I auto-traveled there and... Oh my god! Tiamat. That's a first. I've never met him before. Lucky for me, none of these dragons have seen me. I'm just going to walk away and let sleeping dragons kill. I mean lie. Whatever that word is. Now I'm going to shout and immediately start summoning the army that I will need to take them on. Shout again. Perfect. Perfect. Now just get out. Low health, but I'm already beyond the fight, so I don't need to do anything yet. I just need to keep running. And maybe now would be a good time to get a few more summons off. Actually, do I have anything to quaff? Because now would be a good time to heal as well. 10 points is really not going to do me any favors. Yeah, it's really not worth it here. I'll just put on deflect missiles, I guess. Yeah, that's good enough for now. And swiftness. And more summons. And attack. Shout, shout, shout. There we go. That's more like it. Something there is gonna attack. Get away from him and summon my own army to attack him. There's no harm taking them on one at a time with 8 allies each. But his berserk status is making him way more powerful than my armada, unfortunately. Or at least as powerful as my armada, which is why I'm going toe-to-toe instead of annihilating. Again, it's all good as long as they go down eventually. Okay, and I'm still getting kills. That's what counts, because ultimately all of these guys can die, and I won't even care. I want to, like, recall, but if I do that, I'll pull back the ones that are forward. So instead I'm just going to summon more and hope that they all, like, you know, dogpile the hallway. It's Tiamat is who's doing all this damage. Okay, guys. Yeah, you know what to do. I'm not even... Yeah, focus down Tiamat. If he's a multicolored dragon, then he probably has multiple advantages as well. Let's stand back and let him do his thing. Okay, I'm very low health. Now would be a good time to bail. Very good time to bail. Keep a dragon with me on my way out. Wait a few turns. The reason I'm waiting is I want to make sure that, that my allies do as much damage as they're going to before I leave the floor. The most important thing I can do against him right now is to put on deflect missiles. Once the deflection is on, I can worry about getting away and eventually even winning. Can I blink with this little... Yes, I can. Beautiful. That blink right there, clutch, put me where I needed to be. And hopefully he leaves a corpse. Yes, and yak to our flesh is always tasty. But I do need mana, so let's get out of the dungeon again. Get some mana. Get back in the dungeon. This staircase was the one that was not safe anymore, so let's go down this one. At least I think this is the right one. Yeah, okay, good. Tiamat is out there somewhere, so no more walking without an escort, and turn on swiftness. Tiamat's probably right here, though. There he is. Bone Dragon is an excellent ally against Tiamat. And let's just go ahead and summon more. I mean, there's no reason not to. Let's get out of the bottleneck, too, so that they can potentially keep going. Oh, beautiful. Let's get down. I'm seeing that I got a collateral kill, and that's always nice. There we go. All allies on the scene. I would not envy the guy who had to fight Tiamat heads up. 3-on-1. That's the way I like to fight. Oh my god. That's just a massive army. And he's still alive. What the heck is with this guy, man? Just go down already. There you go. Oh my god, I leveled up. Okay. Tiamat was quite an opponent. But because I was relying on burst damage with shadow creatures, I was able to kill him without even having to summon a single abomination, and my int has been recovering this whole time as a result. Swiftness on, another round of shadow creatures. Let's continue exploring. Let's back away from the breaths and get more and more creatures into the fray. See, that hallway is just a hell to even think about approaching. I'm just going to back off. You know, let anybody who wants to fight their fight. But I need at least this much space to maneuver. Hell, it's times like this I wonder if dig works here, because if it does, it's totally a worthwhile spell. This guy has Abjure, which is nasty, but you know what? My summoning level is high enough that his Abjure probably doesn't work quite as well as it should. Oh, I got an Orb of Fire! You's all fucked! I wonder if I can haste it. A hasted Orb of Fire would just be truly terrifying. Okay, Bolt of Lightning hit. Back the fuck up. Speed back on. Let's put Deflect Missiles on as well. Where's the door to this wretched place? There it is. Recovering for a little while. Okay, and back into the fray. There we go. Not even sure that it's necessary for me to clear out this floor, but I would rather it be cleared and I not have to worry about retreating here ever again. There we go. A Death Cob will do. Okay. I wonder if I can eat it. Yeah, close enough. Shout, but don't approach. Wait. 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 You guys aren't waiting at all? Oh, wait doesn't mean stop. Stop. Now attack. You need at least a little bit of a surround. That's a sufficient number of creatures. Further in I go. More to the attack. And that's another kill. Alright. Oh, come on, man. Just take him out. There we go. Leading from the front is not something a summoner does well. Not at all. There's a cloud of flame there apparently, I didn't even know it. Let's just back off. Oh, beautiful. Fight at the intersection. That's always the way to go. Creeping around, new book, nothing of note. Swiftness activated. Alrighty. That's my alarm. I suppose that means my time is up for now, which is unfortunate, but there we have it. I hope you all enjoyed the run, at least as much as I was able to do. So far, so good. I'll be honest, this is Zot, and so death is always a very real possibility, but at this point it looks like I'm managing fairly well. As long as I remain systematic and calm, I am hopeful that I'll be able to get through it. But yeah, Mewtalisk continues, still fighting! I will see you guys next time.